Okay, today we are making a throw it in the pot vegetarian chili. Everything comes from your food storage and your pantry. You don't have to do anything special. Everything comes out of cans. So this is where we're going to start. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open our black beans and our pinto beans, and we're going to rinse them, and then we're going to dump them in our crock pot. All right, I have strained the black beans and the pinto beans, and I have rinsed them out so all that goop that is in the cans is gone. And we're going to add them to our pot. And you don't have to stir them up, but you can. And the next item is chili beans. And these are chili beans with tomato sauce. They've got a lot of seasoning in there. Do not strain these. You need all of the stuff that's in there. That's going to go all into our pot. And depending on what kind you get, you're going to have a layer of stuff at the bottom that you're going to want to scrape out. And stir it up. Make sure you know how much room you have in your container. The next thing you're going to want to do is add your corn. This is sweet corn. It's packed in water. Some of it is, this is salted, but some of it is unsalted. I like the salted kind. Don't drain it. You're going to want all of that water. Just dump it in your pot. And you don't have to stir it up, but I like to know how much room I've got in the pot. Next thing we're going to add is our tomatoes. These are stewed tomatoes. I really like diced tomatoes for this. If your kids like little pieces or don't like a lot of tomatoes, I would use the diced tomatoes instead of the stewed tomatoes. And again, those go in our pot, and at this point you do want to stir it up. There we go, it's looking good. Next thing we're going to add is our tomato sauce. Get all that good sauce out of there. And now you're going to want to stir it up. Now, looks awesome, doesn't it? So much deliciousness in there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our chili seasoning. This is store-bought mild chili seasoning, and I use the mild because eventually I'm going to have chili powder and cumin to add to the way I want it to taste. But this is a really good start. And if you don't like using store-bought seasoning mixes, which is totally okay, take a look at what's on the back and make your own. Making your own seasoning is very fun, and it's delicious, and it's cheap. And maybe I'll go into that in another video. At this point, don't add anything else. You want to taste it. You want to know how this tastes. You have to know. Oh, that's good. You have to know how this tastes before you add anything extra. So the next thing I'm going to add is salt. This is garlic salt. You can use regular old salt, but this adds that garlic flavoring. And my sisters want to know exactly how much you add. And that's exactly how much you add. When you stir it up and taste it again. That's good. Okay. Next thing we're going to add is chili powder and cumin. And for my beautiful sisters who need measurements, start with a teaspoon and go from there. About that much. It's good. Now, my hands are clean. My family is the only ones that are going to eat this, so I'm not going to use new spoons every single time. But I am going to taste it again. And I need more cumin. Another half a teaspoon. And I need more salt. And that is going to be, let's call it a quarter teaspoon. Now, one of the fun things about cooking when you're just opening cans is everything you make can be made better. There we go, we need some garlic. And we're going to use about that much, half a teaspoon of garlic. You make it your own because some people's families don't like garlic. Some people's families don't like cumin. Some people's families don't like cilantro. So when you're making this and you're opening cans and you're feeding a big family or a small family, make it taste the way you want. Make it taste the way you like. Next thing we're going to add is the diced chilies. You do not have to add these, but my family really likes diced green chilies. There are hot versions. You can add canned jalapenos. You can add dried ancho chilies. You can add hot cayenne pepper. You can pretty much do anything you want. These are very mild and they're very delicious. They add a really good, nice, soft chili flavor without being overpowering. This is salsa Caesera, and it's just salsa. It's got tomatoes, it's got jalapenos, it's got onions, it's got a little bit of spice, and I add it to just brighten it up. It's got a little bit of vinegar flavor, and you don't need a lot. But I know that my family likes it, and it does add that nice little salsa pop to it. Then you taste it. That's really good. Okay, at this point, you've added everything. You've got a delicious pot of chili. Got no meat in it, but if you want to add meat, then take about a pound of hamburger. Chop up a few onions, a little bit of garlic, and cook your hamburger, and then add it in. So now we're going to turn it on. If you put this in the crock pot in the morning, 8 or 9 o'clock, turn it on low. It'll be hot and piping for lunch, but this is already cooked. So if you want to cook it on the stove, put it in a pot and it'll be done in 15 minutes, 20 minutes as soon as it's heated through. If you need it to cook faster, turn it on high, but we're just going to turn this on low, heat it through, let it bubble and bubble and bubble. It's going to make the whole house smell good. Everything's going to be wonderful. And that is storage room chili.